Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to Temple Street. My name is Alex Cook. On behalf of Diego, my business partner, and the entire team, happy Friday. We hope everyone's doing well. We're here at Temple Street, so you might hear some background noise and phone ringing, but that's all part of the show. We're excited to invite you guys into our living room, our dining room tonight. We're going to be cooking with the Broward County Library. We've chosen the book Sweet, Savory, Spicy by Sarah Tiong. I'd like to thank the Broward County Library, Bank of America, and the Friends of AARLCC for helping us put this on. So, what dish we decided to do was called the Hainanese chicken, or in Cantonese we call that Hoi Gai. Trying to say that 3 times fast. It's on page 84. Dish may seem very simple, but it's about technique, so you don't have a very rubbery chicken. Chicken is supposed to be very tender. We're not going to do the whole rice with it. We're just going to focus on the chicken part of the recipe. All right. So first off, let me talk to you about the Trinity we have. Every cuisine has a Trinity. You know, the French have mirepoix, 50% onion, 25% carrot, 25% celery. We have, ours is ginger, scallion, a little garlic here. So those are our main ingredients for this dish, and the sauce that we're going to make with it. So, what we're going to start with is, of course, a whole chicken. If you're scared of the whole chicken, you're more than welcome to use the white or dark meat. Or actually, the dark meat chicken will be better. Okay, so I'll leave this to the side. We're gonna have a nice pot, a pot that actually fits the entire chicken in there. We're gonna first take some ginger. Our ginger is pretty clean. If your ginger was dirty, yes, I would recommend you peeling it but washing it. We have some ginger here. We're gonna first take a knife, slice the ginger. Okay. Throw that in there. Takes our scallions. Okay. Nice green onions. You want to use the entire scallion. So chop it up. The bottom pieces, the stems here, to release some of the flavors, we're just going to split them in half. This way the flavors will actually get easily penetrated into the water. Finally, we'll throw some garlic in here. We call it salt, sodium glutamate, or what's another word, MSG. Some people are afraid of MSG. MSG is a natural ingredient found in seaweed, Parmesan cheese. So if you don't want to use a store-bought MSG, you're more than welcome to use a dry piece of kelp seaweed, put it in there. It'll just balance out the whole entire dish for you. We're going to take our chicken, our whole chicken, washed, clean, we'll drop it into the pot. We're going to cover the chicken with water. Mind you, you don't want to cover the entire bird, because then the water will boil over. Take my glove here, just move it around a little bit. I'll turn my fire on. All I'm going to do is let this come to a boil. Once the water boils, don't let it continue to boil. Important key is to turn it down to a simmer. You'll see the water violently boil. Turn it down to a light simmer, as the book says. Okay, as it gently poaches, what we call the technique is called poaching in the liquid, and the flavors of the garlic, the scallion, the ginger will all combine together. Now the key is to also use this broth to make your rice. Broth is going to be extremely sweet and flavorful. The recipe you'll see a herb they call penang, the leaf. You can find that in Asian grocery stores. Has a sweet aroma, slightly almondish, like almonds. You want to cook that into your rice. As you make that, it's almost like what we call pilaf. You would take the fat of the chicken, or regular olive oil, if you don't like the fat of the chicken. Saute that with the rice, add in the leaves, add in the chicken stock, and cover and cook as per the direction of the box. Right now, of course, I'm going to change my gloves because we've touched the raw chicken. And I'm going to let that chicken cook there. Actually, I'm going to move this pot to my back burner to let it continue cooking. This is also a recipe that we chose because, again, if you're doing this at home, there's not a lot of saute. Some people have small homes, and when you saute, the fire alarm goes off. So if you do like to saute, I recommend you maybe getting a small burner and cooking outside, calling your local fire department, and give them a warning. Just kidding. But you want definitely a very well ventilated area when you're sauteing. So this dish is pretty much you're poaching the chicken, and now we're going to make the next dish, which is on page 119 of our book. Spring onion and ginger oil. Okay, it's a very classical dish. It is definitely used for the poached chicken. You take your ginger, your scallion, and you fragrant it with a little bit of the oil. At the end, we put a little touch of sesame oil. The recipe does call for sesame oil over the chicken. For me personally, I take that advice. I'll take the sesame oil and put it in the ginger and scallion oil instead. Just a little bit. Sesame oil is very, very strong. It's meant to be as a finishing agent, not a sauteing agent. Okay? So, I'm going to take my pot here and start also by taking a bowl. You use a pot, definitely use something that can hold hot oil for making this dish. Again, we're going to take some ginger. I personally find a lot of flavor in the skin of the ginger. We're literally going to mix the ginger. Slicing it in slices, and then we can dice it. If you don't feel comfortable slicing the ginger and then eventually the scallions and all these items, you could put it through a food processor or blender, but the consistency, the texture will not be that of the traditional ginger scallion sauce. We put, again, as what we can is called the hoi nan gai. Ginger is great. Has a lot of great medicinal uses. So for me, we love the flavor of the ginger. So we put a little extra ginger in there. Again, taking the ginger, slicing it, and now dicing it into small chunks. And then we just take our knife and run our knives through and mince the ginger. And if you really like the ginger, you can go smaller pieces so that when you take a bite, you're not going to get a big chunk. You want small minced ginger. We're excited. We're here at Temple Street on a Friday night. We're so glad you guys tuned in with us. We're excited you guys are here. We all wish that you could dine with us in our dining room, but for now, due to the safety of everything, we closed it for now, but we do have dine-in, to-go, patio seating, a first-come, first-served basis. I've taken our scallion. Again, I'm just running my knife right through the scallion. It's important you want to have a sharp knife, not to bruise the actual scallion. If you don't have a sharp knife, you'll eventually bruise the scallion, but you want to cut through the actual vegetable. Make sure that you've cut through the entire scallion. And as you notice, I'm not wasting anything. I've used all the entire scallion at the very end. What can I do with this? Throw it into our chicken. Put the scallions right into the ginger. At this time, what we're going to do is light my pot up. We're going to eventually, this is what we call like an Asian chimichurri. How are we going to cook this? This is going to be cooked with hot oil, scorching hot oil over this, over the ginger and scallion mixture. I'm going to add a little bit of our garlic in here. Again, finely minced is what we need. I've got my pot that's heating up next to me. I want to make sure that it's dry. Garlic's going to go in there. Of course, I want to make sure everything's nice and clean. So now that we've got everything clean here, I have a nice hot pot. Got some vegetable oil. You can use vegetable oil, grapeseed oil, olive oil, not extra virgin. Something that's got a neutral flavor, not too strong. Got a little bit of my salt. Throw some MSG in there if you like. You don't need it. Salt. Again, these are recipes. They're meant for you to guide you. So throw some jalapeno in there. Spice it up. Maybe a spicy Friday night for you. You can do that. Over the weekend, make sure you check out the South Florida Book Fair website for all that's going on with the other authors. If you're interested, Temple Street has an Instagram. Check out our specials on our website as well, templestreeteatery.com. I'm going to take this oil. I'm going to bring it to what we call smoke point. And literally want to see the oil smoking. Spoon here for mixing. That's why you want to make sure that your pot is dry. If not, oil and water don't get along. So if you took butter for say, or extra virgin olive oil, by the time it got to the smoke point, it would burn. So that's why I want to use a very neutral oil. Again, grapeseed, vegetable. And what we're going to do is the hot oil will be poured over the ginger, scallion, garlic, and that will cook and marry the flavors of the Chinese Trinity, the Asian Trinity, sorry. So again, we want to make sure we didn't heat this oil up too soon, because if it gets too hot, it could light on fire. Well, hot oil is very dangerous. So please make sure you have a very well ventilated area and not children or pets running around. I don't know if you can actually see, there's actually smoke coming out from the actual pot now. We're going to turn our fire off. Slowly pour this in. Careful, it will splatter a little bit. You hear the sizzle, you see the smoke, that's exactly what we're looking for. Careful, this pot is very hot, but if you smell right now, even through my mask, I can smell the ginger, the scallion, the garlic. Lastly, again, I'm going to top it. A little bit of sesame oil, just a hair, just a touch. As we mix this. And this will be our lunch. And this will be our lunch for this evening. For dinner, I should say. So I'll put this to the side now. And thanks to television, we have our poached chicken already here for you. Why have I put it on this baking sheet? Is because I'm sure we all don't, like the book, we don't have any hooks to hang the chicken around our house. Your neighbors might think that's a little funny. So to dry the chicken, I put it on a baking rack so the moisture can excess moisture can fall to the bottom of the pan. You can actually have a nice chicken ready to absorb all the flavor of the ginger scallion. So what I'm going to do is now I have a plate. I'm going to take my chicken, take it off here. We've got to break this chicken down. I'm not going to debone it like Thanksgiving. What I am going to do is take my knife, go straight through the breast, come straight down, and go through the rib cage. As I open it up, I see the backbone. I'll take one side of the backbone, go straight down. The other side of the backbone, as you see now, here's the backbone. I attach this side. Now I'm going to take my knife and ride down this side of the backbone to remove the backbone. This is the backbone we'll remove. We'll save this for stock. If not, we'll just throw it away for now. You have two halves of chicken now, two halves of chicken. What we're going to do is we're just going to follow the chicken. You can tell that the dark meat is here and the breast is here. There's a little opening in the middle here. That's where we're going to go, right with our knife. Following the line and just attaching the dark meat from the white meat up top. The leg is here and the breast is here now. We're going to take the joint between the two and just cut straight down to the joint. If you find the joint well, you'll cut right through very easily, okay? It's important to find the joint, because if not, you hit the bone, it'll be very difficult. So again, here's the joint from where the leg was. I'm going to cut right in the middle of the joint here. Little pressure. Plating this part of the chicken onto my plate. The wing up top, attach the drumstick from the breast. I open it up, I see the bone and the joint. The cut right in the middle of it. Got the wing, the drumstick there. Got my breast here. Okay, I'm gonna take my breast and just cut straight down into bite-sized pieces. I want to make sure this is too big and cut it straight down the middle. I want to make sure to try to keep the skin intact. Here's the chicken breast. I'm going to try to reassemble the chicken. Same thing the other side. Again, the breast and the thigh meat. And you can see where in the middle there, the skin detaches automatically. So I'm going to just cut this down right in the middle. Again, drumstick to the thigh, find the joint, cut straight down. The joint here, the V, go straight down. Up, found the bone. A little bit of a chop. Right through the middle, perfect. Again, chicken there. Putting the thighs on this side. Again, cutting this into bite-sized pieces. Making sure that our skin is intact. Removing the drumstick. Cutting this in half, this part up top. This chicken breast like that. Attaching everything. Making sure my cutting board is nice and clean. So, now, for me, I like to take this chicken. Again, it looks plain. But if you season your broth correctly, there's flavor in the meat. We're going to take our wonderful chimichurri here. Pour it on top. Now, if you didn't want to make the Hanan rice, you can put this over white rice. Very classical favorite. Nice bright colors. Add a little more cilantro on there on top. There you have it. Very classic Asian dish. Hanan chicken, or as Cantonese say again, Hoi Nan Gai. Folks, thanks for spending your Friday night with us. Again, I'd like to thank the Broward County Library, the Friends of AARLCC. We'd also like to thank Bank of America. Again, on behalf of my business partner, Diego Ng, myself, and the entire team here at Temple Street Eatery. Let us stay safe, wear a mask. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.